The honor of a lifetime for area veterans. The Greater St. Louis Honor Flight has embarked on more than 100 missions, bringing local vets to our nation's capital, a trip free of charge, and a day of honor to the land of the free because of the brave.
A local elementary school is coming together to help one local veteran embark on that trip of a lifetime. All new tonight at 5, our Steve Harris has that heartwarming story.
At Orchard Farm Elementary, a soldier's silhouette salutes students in the hallway.
Maybe we could share like what made your heart happy as we did your service learning.
In a third grade classroom, the kids discuss why he's there.
It supports everyone that was in the Army and all the veterans that worked hard to fight for our country.
It was a service learning project they called Hats for Heroes.
You could bring in $1 to wear a hat to school.
Raising money to send a veteran on an honor flight to Washington, D.C. Keeping track of their goal by filling in the soldier with a red marker. Then they filled in the Greater St. Louis Honor Flight on what they'd done.
They presented me a check and they said, we'd like for you to find us a veteran from the St. Charles area and have him be the recipient of this flight.
We wanted to find somebody local that we could sponsor. And so we just found out that we get to sponsor an 88-year-old Korean War veteran from St. Charles.
I felt like a rock star.
Joe Dawes is that veteran.
I've never felt tributes like we received that day.
He served in the Army during the Korean War. Last week, he flew to Washington, D.C. to see the memorials built to honor their service and sacrifice. A trip paid for by the students of Orchard Farm.
We are completely dependent upon donations to exist, and it costs $650 to take one veteran to Washington. So it's things like that where the students can raise the money to pay for a veteran, and that's the only way that we're able to do what we do.
I'm indebted to them, and I just feel so fortunate that I was one of those chosen to go on this flight trip.
Joe's son Tom went with him.
Really glad to see these kids understand what these veterans have done for us and in support of us.
So how does a story like this get better? When you multiply it by 2. The red hallway hero has a blue twin.
They decided they wanted to try to do a second veteran, and we did that as well.
Raising more than $1,500. Now another veteran will get to take the flight of a lifetime.
This is something that every child in the United States should experience. To understand how many people gave up their lives for us, for our freedom. And it was just heartwarming.
The students of Orchard Farm Elementary understand.
They've been like risking their lives just for other people that they really don't even know. And for their families, so they at least should be able to go and see their memorials.
Steve Harris, News 4.
So much good in that story and lessons for those kids that will last a lifetime.
Kids are just so full of compassion. They just get it. They know what the right thing to do is, and they just do it.
Third grader gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it.